Seems a little strange looking at it from this angle. It's been a while. So the client came by, had a look at it, and he's happy with the progress. He likes the new direction we're headed, so that's good. Bit of good news for a change. So what are we doing now? Well, since all the metal work is done from like there forward, we're stuck with this mess. Got to get all this figured out. Now, the plan was get a parts car, and we just cut the pieces off of that. Can't find a parts car. So then we were looking around for some old rust bucket that we could just cut the back end off like right there. Give us the pieces we need. Nope. As of right now, there's nothing available. I made the suggestion of, well, we could just buy the new parts and put it all back together with new stuff, but that idea was shot down. So where we're at, we got to make all this work. Make it look stock and fit in with everything else we've been doing. So there's going to be a few videos in this one. We have to finish off the housing for the taillight, and then finish off in behind because we need something to bolt the taillight to. Trunk lid's got to get finished up, smoothed off. We have to finish off the inside all around the taillight. Finish off the quarters, and then the bumper got to get cut. All that's getting replaced. All the tops getting replaced. We got lots to do on this one. It's going to be the next several videos, actually. So where do we start? I figure we might as well get going on the taillight, get that mounted, and go from there. Let's get started. So here's what we're going to be working on, because as you can see, taillight's just kind of floating in midair. So what I think the plan's going to be, we're going to trim that edge down to where it flattens out. Then we'll just go out, and we'll go up, so we can catch the back of the taillight up like that. And then out here, it's going to extend out to, somewhere along there, about the same distance as from there to there. And then from that edge up to here, just cap it off. Kind of pretty this up a little bit, but for now, need something for this to mount to. So here's what we're trying to build. It's a little bit overkill. It's all 14 gauge, but figure with all that cut out, there's a lot of structure that got removed. It has to go back in. So yeah, it's overkill, but it'll work. And in here, this I was going to have at a bit of an angle, but that didn't work out, and having that flat works better with the shape of the body anyway, so we're going that way. So what I'm doing, I just got to figure out how much I got to trim this back to hit that seam at the edge of the trunk. So that's where we're at. So carry on. So you can see a bit better now what we're trying to accomplish. The housing sticks out a little bit of a reveal. So the way this is going to work, the housing, there'll be a bunch of adjustment, be able to move it up, down, whatever, make it fit exactly how we need it. So the way this works, this edge here will line up the edge of the trunk lid, just like that. So it kind of finishes off the inside, and then the light fits in like that. It's, again, it's a whole bunch of work for something that nobody's ever going to notice, but they'll notice if you don't do it. So it's coming along. And you can see what it looks like in here. That edge, it's going to get cleaned up, and then we'll just do plug welds all the way along. Yeah, that's what we're trying to build. So now they got this fitting pretty good. I gotta take it all apart. All those edges where they bent it, that all has to be welded, cleaned up. This edge has to be cleaned up. The edge inside we're going to weld, all that's going to be cleaned up. So that's the next step. Oops. Oh well, got good penetration on the welds. So I got it roughly lined up where it needs to be. It's just kind of loosely tacked on and held up with a jack. Little strips in the corners to kind of keep it in place, but fits good. The only thing that's somewhat important is this edge needs to line up with the trunk lid, and that fits good. The taillight has lots of adjustment in it, so nothing's too critical. So what I'm going to do up here, because all of this is going to get hidden, so to fill in that gap, I have these offcuts. Just going to take it just like that, weld it in place, grind it up real quick, and call it good. Then on the sides, I'm going to cut that right out and just extend that out into a 90 and tie those two edges together. Same thing with the floor, extend that out. Yeah, that'll be it. It's coming along. So I'm glad that's done. That's a key piece of the puzzle, seeing as the whole back end of the car is designed around that taillight. So glad it's done. So now, next round, we gotta finish this off. That's all getting closed in. I gotta clean up the quarters, fine tune the deck lid. Everything's close. I just gotta fine tune everything and get it all fitting nicely with each other. So that'll be the next round. So that's it for this one.